So exhausted. I swear, if I disappear, you're gonna find me packed away in a box somewhere. It's a perfect opportunity to celebrate halfway to Halloween! Welcome to Smokeysteveandmarc. You couldn't possibly have halfway to Halloween without a jack-o'-lantern, right? Here are our top 5 favorite creepy historical pictures. Yeah, creepy. We go! More than anything else, halfway to Halloween is our chance to start the countdown to Halloween 2023. Marc's missing. Hey guys, hey, I'm found! And with your help, oh my gosh. So thank you for your help and welcome to Halfway to Halloween Part 2! Welcome to Mondays with Marc. I'm Marc, and this is Smokey Steve and Marc. Oh yes, it is. Welcome or welcome back. Well, I hope welcome back because that means you probably saw our Halfway to Halloween Part 1. Oh, it's so much fun in it. And if you did see it, you knew that, well, something weird happened. I mysteriously vanished in Part 1. And it was a perfect opportunity to have a giveaway, so we asked for your help. We asked you to send in your best guess as to where I was, right? Now, you know, I did put a few clues in the video. I swear, if I disappear, you're gonna find me packed away in a box somewhere. Like, I haven't been to a play or a musical in so long, and Laurie Metcalf in it. I mean, they're pretty obvious, right? I mean, I thought so anyway. But, obviously the answer was I was in a box, or in a cardboard box, or in with the Halloween decorations in a box. Either way, I was in a box. Gosh, the things we do, right? Oh my goodness. But anyway, I guess we have a winner to announce. So, Steve!
Yes.
Are you gonna join us?
I sure can.
I thought so. Here, I'll move over.
I'd be happy to.
Well, good, because it's...
Usually I have something else to do on a Monday, but...
Right. Well, it's halfway to Halloween Part 2, so you had to be in it, right?
I'm happy to be here.
Good. Well, you know, we had our giveaway, and we have a winner to announce.
We do.
We do. But I'll tell you, we had so much fun doing Part 1 that, you know, we had decided, you know, with all of the madness in the last month or so of everything that was going on to, you know what, we put some time aside and did a fun video, you know, and we're really glad that we did because it was a lot of fun to do, you know, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun over the weekend celebrating Halfway to Halloween.
Yes,
we did. Even the kiddies got involved in it.
Oh, the kitty.
Kitty.
They're cute.
They did. And that hut, that was a little Halloween hut. It was so adorable.
That was a gift from Grandma Grandpa.
It was.
Halloween gone by.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easy to put together. And it's got a little scratch pad at the base of it. So they're like doing their nails, you know, which wakes you up
Yeah,
a lot.
in the morning. Oh, it really does.
But I'd rather them be able to groom themselves. Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
But we didn't have a chance to put it together last Halloween, so
No. So
this was
it
pretty
was
perfect.
in our new home. It had a place to go.
Yes,
So.
it was. But I'll tell you, we had a lot of fun doing part 1, but one thing we didn't get to, and that was food, right?
Yeah.
So, I think we should go into the kitchen and make something in honor of halfway to Halloween. What should we make? Oh, you guys, I have a great recipe to share with you, and I'm so excited to share it too because it's actually kind of special to me. But you know what? We'll talk about that later. I'm really excited because it's the first time we're filming in the new kitchen. We got it kind of set up, you know, going with like a little retro theme, you know, because of the black and white and the little accents here. I do really like it, I do. But we were able to do a little bit over here. We have a big window, although it's covered with a tree, but it's better than just staring at a wall. And I put up my herbs here, with this parsley here, and on the other side I have some thyme growing, and then I have 2 more. I think I'm gonna put one up here and one up there, and that'll be our rosemary and our basil. I'm gonna have to put a couple grow lights in though, because of this tree we don't get a lot of sunlight, you know. And then I added a little red valance there to tie it together, and I guess a little update for you. When I hung that valance up, something kind of changed in me. Y'all know I was struggling a little bit with this move right over the last couple weeks. But you know, when I hung that valance up and looked at it, I don't know, I felt a little different, and I feel like every time we add a little something, you know, put something up, a little picture on the wall, we add a little bit of ourselves to the place, and it makes it just a little more homey and a little more ours, and I'm feeling so much better about it. So I just wanted to update you on that, and we're gonna do a full apartment tour as soon as we get everything in its place, and we promise you it won't be like 6 months like it was last time. We're gonna get it done a lot quicker. So, all right, to the recipe, y'all. This recipe is gonna bring in all the flavors and scents of a cool, crisp autumn night. We're gonna make an apple butter pie. Oh yeah, the consistency is smooth and creamy. It's much like a pumpkin pie, and a really good alternative to a pumpkin pie too, okay? All right, so let's get started. Here are our ingredients. So you're gonna need 1.5 cups of apple butter, 3 eggs at room temperature, 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of flour, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And back there, it's 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. That'll be about 14 ounces. And for our topping, we have 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and 1.5 teaspoons each of cinnamon and vanilla. And now for the pie crust. You're going to need a prepared pie crust for 1 8 or 9 inch pie. Now that you could do homemade or store-bought, either one is fine. I have mine started here, and I thought to do a little rustic look to it, we're going to make it right in a cast iron pan. Yes, we are. So what I did was I put it in there, crimped the edges, and then I put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. Pulled it out, and now we're just going to dock the crust with the tines of a fork all over, just like that. This will help it from, you know, not poofing up too much when we bake it. So just, you know, be pretty generous there with your little poking, or docking as we say. All right, then after that we're gonna throw a piece of parchment paper on it so that it covers the whole thing just like that, and then we're gonna fill it with pie weights. Now you could use official pie weights, you know, they sell them, or you could use any type of dried beans or rice, anything you want to use to weigh that down. And the one thing about that is, after you do that with the beans and the rice and all that, you don't cook it afterwards. You can't use them after you do that. What I do is I save them, and then I just reuse them every time I need to bake a pie. You know, I just kind of put them in a bowl and keep them on the side, you know. So that's that. And now what we're going to do, we're going to bake this in a 375 degree oven for 15 minutes. So let's get started on the filling. So it's so easy, y'all. What we're going to do is we're going to take all of our filling ingredients, and that would be our apple butter, 3 eggs, and our brown sugar, our flour, and our vanilla. Okay, and we're gonna purposely leave out our sweetened condensed milk right now, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna whip this up until it's nice and smooth, okay? Alrighty, and now, as you probably can guess, we're gonna add our sweetened condensed milk, and you're gonna wanna add the entire can, and make sure you scrape all the sides down, and then we're gonna whisk it all up until it's nice and smooth and creamy. All right, looking good, looking good. Okay, so that's all there is to our filling. Now, once our pie crust is done, of course, we're gonna pour that in the pie crust. But for now, let's move on to our yummy whipped topping. And that's another simple step. All I did in my stand mixer here is put all the ingredients for our whipped topping right in there. That's our heavy cream, our cinnamon, powdered sugar, vanilla, and we are going to whip that baby up on high speed until stiff peaks form. Dun, 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 dun. All right. I think it is. Okay, that's exactly what we're looking for our topping. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take just the whole bowl off of the mixer, and we're gonna keep it in the fridge until we're ready to use it, okay? Now our pie crust should be almost done, so it's time to take our pie crust out. All right, and we are par baked there. So now just let that sit there and chill a little bit, okay? Because he needs to cool down before we pour our topping in him. Our filling in him, okay? So I'm gonna say about 10 minutes, and then we can remove our weights from it too, okay?
A few moments later.
Our pie crust is all cooled down and ready to go. Now, if you made your filling earlier like I did and you had to wait for your crust to cool a little bit, just go ahead and give it another little whisk there. Get everything, make sure it's all still incorporated. Just a little bit. That's all you need to do there, okay? And now, oh yeah, it's time to bake. So we're gonna pour our filling right into our crust. Here we go. All right, so I reduced our oven to 325, and we're gonna bake our pie at 325 for 45 minutes. And what we're gonna do is look for it to be completely set and just a little bit jiggly, if you know what I mean. You know, jiggly, just a little bit jiggly. Oh, the time has come. It's ready to come out of the oven. Oh, yes, it is nice. Okay, what do we got? Oh, look at that. Very, very nice. Oh, it's all ready. I cannot wait. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let her cool down for about 15 minutes, okay? Now, if you found that your crust was getting a little dark during the baking time, never fear. Check it at about 30 minutes or so, and then you can always put a piece of aluminum foil over the whole pie. Just don't let the aluminum foil get in the custard, okay? All right, so it's been 15 minutes and she's all cooled down. Still a little warm there. And now for the last step, we're gonna add some more apple butter right to the top. And you can be as generous or not, like however much you want to put on. I usually do about a half a cup to a cup, depending on the size of my pie, of course. And we're just gonna swirl that around all around the top like that. Oh, isn't that a picture? Oh, I love how it turned out. And a note about our whipped topping, our spiced whipped topping. I have found that it is much better to keep this on the side and then just add it to each slice as you serve it, because homemade whipped cream does have a tendency to weep a little as it sits, you know? So we're gonna let this cool down completely and slice her up. Yes, we are. But in the meantime, there you have it, our apple butter pie for the Burgess, aka halfway to Halloween.
Pie?
Pie, anybody?
Can I tempt you to some pie? This looks and smells fantastic.
Oh, yes, I can. It's one of my favorites. I can't wait.
I know, I brought 2
try it.
spoons so I can eat twice.
Oh, nice. Thanks for thinking of me.
You have the whole pie in your lap.
I do. And I just love making this in a cast iron skillet, too. It's so wonderful.
The crust looks good. The whipped cream with the cinnamon, with the apple butter on top of the custard. Okay, enough talk.
And I did say that, you know, that this is kind of special to me, and it is.
This is so good. I've never had it before.
Yes, I know. Oh, it's so good. I know.
Imagine the best pumpkin pie you had.
Isn't it like
it's got the
similar?
It gives you the memories of that with the spices and the apple butter and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see if the whipped cream is up to par.
Now, would you say it's a cross between an apple pie and a pumpkin pie? No, it's more like.
No,
pumpkin. It's just
the spices
original.
are like pumpkin pie, but the fruit tastes like apple.
Yeah.
So if you made an apple pie with pumpkin pie spice, maybe you'd come close to that. You wanna try?
Well, I did say that this was kind of special to me, and it does bring back a lot of memories for me. For some reason, and many of you know, my grandmother pretty much raised me, you know, and one of the staples that she always had in her pantry was apple butter. I mean, all the time. So I was raised on apple butter, and apple butter, every time I eat it or make this pie or whatever, it does remind me of my grandmother. It brings back such fond memories of her. So it was really nice to make this and share it with you. You gotta try it. It's a super delicious recipe. It is. You know, all we need now is something spooky to watch on TV. Well, I think we may have you covered. We just happen to have another spooky top 5 favorites for you. We're counting down our top 5 favorite, well, whatever. From food to travel, from products to entertainment. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, because the countdown begins right now. The woods are more than just scenic trees and sprawling meadows. Sometimes you may stumble upon, well, something creepy. This is our top 5 favorite creepy things found in the woods. This rock formation is 100% natural and 100% creepy. The person who took this photo claims that he walked for 3 hours in a deep, undisclosed forest to find a space to camp for a few days. When he stumbled upon this site, yeah, 100% creepy for sure. Our number 4 spot was found deep in the forest, 20 feet in the air and impaled on a tree, hours and hours away from major roads. We have no good explanation for this. Aliens perhaps? While out marking trees on a nature preserve, a Californian worker stumbled across something unexpected. It was a cabin built from plywood that was carefully covered in plastic sheeting, leaves, and branches. Now this would protect it from the elements, but also to keep it hidden. Inside was a small living room, a kitchen complete with a small library, plenty of canned foods and spices, a wood-burning stove, and even a typewriter. Now, there wasn't any signs of travel to and from the cabin in the surrounding woods. And since it is illegal to live on public property, the authorities were called in and they put up a notice giving the owner a few days to vacate. But when they returned, they were astonished. The cabin was gone. Not just the things inside, but the whole cabin itself. And once again, there were no signs of travel, which left everyone wondering how on earth the owner managed to carry these large pieces of wood and the heavy stove through the woods completely undetected. The only thing left was a strange symbol on the ground, the international symbol of squatters. Clearly, this is a portal to another dimension. Or it could just be that someone with a lot of time on their hands managed to pull this off and create an incredible walkway through branches and trees. But we like the idea of a portal much better. In a creek in Petersburg, Kentucky, the USS Sachem has sat abandoned for over 30 years. The vessel set sail in 1902 and was once a majestic tourist boat, proud vessel in the U.S. Navy, and even a backdrop for a Madonna video. Today, the USS Sachem sits on private property in a small tributary of the Ohio River. She is known as the Kentucky Ghost Ship and is being reclaimed by nature, slowly sinking into a creek in the middle of the Bluegrass State. Ooh, and we happen to have a bonus favorite for you, and it's right here in our hometown of Scranton. If you find yourself walking along Washington Avenue, you kind of stumble upon a little patch of overgrown woods. And in those woods, you'll find an abandoned mini golf course. Let's go check it out. Now, abandoned or not, a miniature golf course wouldn't necessarily scream spooky, but there's just something about this place. There's the remnants of the mini golf greens, some old lamp posts, and if you come at just the right time, say 5 minutes to midnight on Halloween Eve, you can almost hear the distant laughs and giggles of ghost children as they play miniature golf. And that was our top 5 favorite creepy things found in the woods. Spooky, huh?
Yeah, rather.
I've always thought the woods were spooky, even in the daytime.
I went to see Blair Witch Project during the day. because I was a scared teenager. And I didn't want to have any relationship. So noon, I went to a noon showing of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because what's their speak?
I loved the Blair Witch Project. I saw that too when it came out in the theaters. And when it first came out, nobody knew if it was real or not.
No, they
you know, they had like an interactive website that went along with it and everything. It was genius, and it really set the precedent for those types of movies. You know, and it's come so far since. You know, but and their budget was like tiny, and
and then it grows a whole ton, and then they made sequels which are never the same.
Yeah, they sequels were, but it was a good movie.
But it just emphasizes again. The woods are scary.
Yes.
Scary stuff happens in the woods.
They are. But anyway, so I think we have some business to attend to.
We do.
We have a winner to announce.
We do.
We do. And so we already talked about what you needed to do, and we had a lot of interesting answers.
Of where you may be.
Of where I may be. And you know what's funny?
What?
We had it looks like there were between 8 and 10 people who guessed that I was in Manhattan. And I thought, oh, it was just a random guess, you know. And then I'm like, wait a minute. But now more than one person, I didn't understand. So finally, the last person who said Manhattan said, well, you know, you were saying that you wanted to see that play in New York in the last video.
Yeah.
We did a little... the Grey House.
Yeah, Grey House.
The horror play on Broadway. And I said how much I wanted to go to it. And then I kept saying about boxes. So they said, you know, box office, the play, it has to be Manhattan. I was like, oh my gosh. What? You put a lot of thought into that. I never would have thought that. But of course, the correct answer was I was in a box. And out of all of the entries, we had 21 correct answers. Now, I had no other way to do it. I had to write everybody's name down. And we put it in our Happy Halloween M&M box.
Yeah.
So the winner, oh yes, you get an SSAM Halfway to Halloween gift pack. And in here we have a spooky t-shirt. We had one left.
Oh, okay.
This is the last one.
From last season.
Very rare, okay? And sought after.
Well, rare. Sought after.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Going forward.
I got acceptance here. It's just what it is.
It is.
So we have a t-shirt in here. There's, we have some candles, and, you know, I won't show you everything. It's packed full of all kinds of cool stuff, including a $25 Amazon gift card, okay? All right. So, okay, now we'll pick the winner.
Now we can pick.
Now we can. Shake her up, and good luck, everybody! All right. Who will it be?
I'm trying to grab only one. Okay, I got it.
Got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is Hellfire.
Hellfire!
That's on Twitter.
From Twitter! Congratulations! Woohoo! You just won.
So get in touch with us.
That's so cool.
We need somewhere to ship it. We can't send a digital t-shirt. So
no, we can't.
Let us know.
No, we can't. Yeah,
we'll be in touch with you or get in touch with us.
Yeah,
email
we need
or
your
DM,
address to send
and
it
we need
to
somewhere
you.
to send it.
Definitely, and thank you everybody who took part in it. It's a lot of fun.
It
you
is
know,
fun.
Our giveaways. I don't know. We just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching us and supporting us. And plus, you know, ones like this where you have to guess and stuff, I think it's a little more intimate. It makes it a little more interactive,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
a little more personal. So
we hope you enjoyed it. We really do.
so much fun in one small amount of time.
Right? I know.
I'm worn out.
I'm pooped.
Yeah.
I am so pooped. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was a good time.
And of course, we hope you enjoyed it too. So, the big question: do you celebrate halfway to Halloween? Are you going to celebrate halfway to Halloween now? What do you do for halfway to Halloween? Let us know down in the comments below. And if you do anything that we did here on the channel, if you made the watermelon jack-o'-lantern or a succulent planter or made that pie or whatever, send us a picture and we'll share it in a future video, okay?
Sounds good.
You want to take us out?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to take the pie with me. So thank everybody for joining us. Thank you for watching. Happy halfway to Halloween to you and yours. Please do subscribe, notification bell, and get alerts when we have new videos and go live. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's in the description below. Thank you, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Yes, we will. Everybody, have a fantastic week, but more importantly, have a fantastic halfway to Halloween, and we'll see you next time. Ciao, everybody.
Bye.